Om Shanti. Avyakt BaapDada. Today's date 13/3/1969. 13th March 1969. Title is Equality in the Virtues of Love and Power. For that, Baba says, are you sitting in soul consciousness on the pilgrimage of remembrance? In which main virtue have you stabilized your consciousness while on the pilgrimage of remembrance? Although you are on the pilgrimage of remembrance, which main virtue are you embodiments of? What is your main virtue at this moment? All of them gave the ideas. At present, all of you are especially in the stage of being embodiments of love. However, as well as being embodiments of love according to the situations of the present time, you also have to become embodiments of power to the same extent. Have you seen the images of the goddesses? What is the main speciality in the images of the goddesses? Have you never examined your image with attention? When the images of the goddess are created, apart from Kali, they all are portrayed with moist eyes. Their eyes are portrayed as being lost in love, and together with that, when the faces are created, the sanskars of powers are visible on them. Love, compassion, and coolness are visible in their eyes. The sanskars of motherly love are visible in their eyes, and their posture or whatever vehicle they are riding and the weapons they are holding epitomize the form of power. In the same way, there should be the balance of both these virtues in you, Saktish. Baba says, in the same way, there should be the balance of both these virtues in the Saktis. What are the two virtues? Power and love. You should be embodiments of love just as much as you are embodiments of power. As yet, you do not have both. Sometimes you have waves of love, and sometimes you stabilize yourself in being embodiments of power. Both should be simultaneously and equal. This is the sign of the final perfect stage of a Sakti. What is visible to BaapDada on the foreheads of your children now? Have you seen what is on your forehead? Are you seeing the reward, or are you seeing the sparkling star of the present future? Baba says, are you seeing the reward, or are you seeing the sparkling star of the present fortune? Or are you seeing something else? All gave their own ideas. Three things are visible with all three relationships. This was why you were given the trident as a gift. All three stars are visible. One is of the future, the second is of the present fortune, and the third is of the perfect stage of you. The soul, when you will be in the supreme abode. It is the star of the present stage of the soul. All these stars are visible. Baba says, continue to observe these three stars. Sometimes clouds come in front of you stars. Sometimes stars change their position, and sometimes they even fall. Here too, sometimes they change their positions, and sometimes they even fall. Sometimes when you see them, they are very high. Sometimes they are in between, and sometimes they are even lower than that. So you must not change your position. If you do change your position, it should be to make progress, not to come down. Constantly continue to climb to the eternal, perfect, and complete stage. You have to become such a star. Here there is no question of anyone falling. All sitting here are good effort makers, but you have to finish your habit of Baba says, Baba says, here there is no question of anyone falling. All sitting here are good effort makers, but you have to finish your habit of changing position. What is the Kumari's result? What do you think about result? What do you think about your result? In which special aspect do you think there has been progress for you? All give their ideas. There is weakness in the pilgrimage of remembrance. This is why there is not so much realization. There is not so much experience at Amrit Vela. Therefore, just as in Sakar days, when you used to go for walks in the fresh air and you were given the aim and experience of yoga, in the same way, the teachers who were instruments for the Kumaris should also take them out for half an hour for a walk in solitude. In the beginning, you used to go and sit separately. Some would go to the seashore, some would go and sit in the one place, and some in another place. Let them practice this. There are many big teachers here, and 7 to 7:30 in the evening is an especially good time. Just as the hours of Amrit Vela are Satoguni pure, in the same way, that time of the evening is also Satoguni. People also go out for a walk at that time. At that time, have yoga within the gathering, and now and then sometimes should speak in a subtle angelic tone, so that if the intellect's yoga of some is pulled in another direction, their attention will be drawn back again. There is a great weakness in the subject of yoga. Nowadays, you can give training for 1 week to Kumaris in a school, and even they can give lectures and explain at the exhibitions. But this is a question of experiencing superstitious joy within your life. At fourth time, Taba says, at fourth time, think that you are going to BaapDada on his invitation, just as BaapDada goes touring around. In the same way, with the power of the intellect's yoga, you can also go touring around. When you have the experience of the pilgrimage of remembrance, the influence of your subtle angelic state will be visible through your eyes and activity. Then they will be asked to make a rosary, just as the teachers used to do at the beginning. The zeal and enthusiasm of this group are good, but you have to pay attention, special attention to one thing. Know one another's sanskars and live in harmony with one another with a lot of love. When you have special love for someone, you mix very easily with that person. In the same way, all of you should mix with one another. When the Kumaris give the practical proof of this, others will become instruments for the service of the Kumaris, and someone who becomes an instrument also receives the fruit of that. You are the showcase for the inspiring many other Kumaris with zeal and enthusiasm and progress. The corporeal and the incorporeal have made this program with a lot of enthusiasm, and so you have to show the result to the same extent. You can become instruments for the progress of many Kumaris. You can save those who are equal to you from falling. BaapDada has a lot of love for the Kumaris. BaapDada is supremely pure, and Kumaris are pure, and purity attracts purity. The speciality needed at the present time is that it is the duty of all the Maharathis to fill others with their virtues. Just as the donation of knowledge is given, in the same way there also has to be the donation of virtues. You are called Maharathis because you donate the jewels of knowledge. In the same way, the donation of virtues is also very great. It is easy to give knowledge, but it takes a little effort to give the donation of virtues. Who is number one among all the Maharathis in donating virtues? Janak, Janki Dadi. She has this special virtue, therefore you should pick up this virtue from each other. BaapDada asked about the preparations for the Abu Museum. While preparing the museum, you have to be far-sighted and have a broad, unlimited intellect. You have to think about the future beforehand and imbibe the virtue of using time in a worthwhile way. And you also have to get it ready on time. It will be a wonder if you prepare it quickly and make it perfect. If there is anything lacking or there is any defect, and everyone's vision will be drawn to that defect. There should be no such defect, only the words, "It is a wonder," should emerge from everyone's mouth. The whole divine family will see your face in the mirror of the museum. Acha. Om Shanti.